At this moment, I'm going to talk to you about working in co-surrogation when you're working online. More often than not, you're working by yourself and the client is over there someplace, so you can't, unless they have a long arm, you're not going to be able to muscle test them. And I find it inconvenient to always have a person sitting in on their behalf. Yeah. So what I end up doing is I end up doing both parts myself. That's what I'm going to show you today. Think of it this way. Essentially, you're splitting yourself down the middle, and part of you is the practitioner, and the other part of you is the client. And I'll show you how that process works. For the moment, we will say that I am working with Paul, and Paul is across the ether someplace. So we'll start. Is it safe and appropriate for me to speak and heal on behalf of Paul? The answer is yes. I'm ready, willing, and able. Yes. Now remember, we always have to check the other party to this too. Is it safe and appropriate for Paul to have me speak and heal on his behalf? He's ready, willing, and able to participate and heal now. That's what you do. And then you can check, my name is Brian, my name is Paul. Then you want to set up the structure. Both Brian and Paul agree that at the close of this session, they will automatically desurrogate. Both parties agree. And either party, at any point up to the end of the session, has the right to close the co-surrogation at any time. Okay, now we have a safety protocol. Now, let us say that going through the book, we find that he has the belief, I want to die. So speaking, you're speaking on Paul's behalf, I want to die. I want to live. Okay. And the standard statement is, I want to live, I choose to live, I choose to live a happy, healthy, much loved life. No. Okay. Is it safe and appropriate for Paul to heal for this now? He is ready, willing, and able. Okay. And how are we going to do it? Is it a 4-quadrant, 2-quadrant, self-hug? In other words, the standard process, only part of you is here and part of him is there. Okay, so you say to Paul, okay, it's a right over left self-hug, and you show that. And you're going to say the positive 3 times, 6 times out loud only. So then you go to this, Paul goes to this, and Paul says, I want to live, I choose to live, I choose to live a happy, healthy, much loved life 6 times. And you can be counting for him if he needs it. After a few sessions, most of the time the client doesn't need it, they can do it themselves. And then standard process, the breathing, the saying, the checking. And then, then you finally say, okay, Paul, let's have you say the positive. I want to live, I choose to live, I choose to live a happy, healthy, much loved life. Yes. Now let's check the toxic. I want to die. They want me dead. Okay, now say twice the positive. I want to live, I choose to live, I choose to live a happy, healthy, much loved life. He says, say it again. I want to live, I choose to live, I choose to live a happy, healthy, much loved life. Okay, do we need to reinforce? Do we need to homework? Do we need to do work the circle? No, okay. So go ahead and write it up. And Paul writes it up. So you are sharing consciousness with him during this. He is doing the work. And then at the end, when, okay, that's all she wrote, says the subconscious, or we've run out of time. If we're really on the ball, we say, okay, is it safe and appropriate for me and Paul to desurrogate? Yes, desurrogation now occurs. My name is Brian, my name is Paul. It's that simple. Now, with a new client, it helps to talk at some length so they understand what's going on. But once that happens, you and they will be surprised at what you come up with on their behalf, because so often they recognize, oh, yes, that is something going on. And the more they see it, the more powerful their understanding of how good LIIFT is and how good you are as a LIIFT practitioner.